Alright, so when you get to the airport, you'll come to these little computers here. This is for your check-in for your tickets. It'll just send you through a whole heap of stuff here, dangerous goods and all that sort of stuff. You'll just scan it, do your passport, there we go, and then it'll print your ticket out, which is just there. There we go. I'm not checking any baggage, so I don't need to do any of that. It'll just tell you all your times, your gates, the whole lot, which is actually on your ticket anyway. And there we go. I've missed a bit for the first steps because it was private information, but anyway, there we go. Alrighty, so I've just got off the plane and gone through customs here in Chiang Mai. This is Chiang Mai's national airport that I'm at right now. A little bit of a drama to get through these days. You have to sort of do digital passports and stuff like that. There's a bit of a process to that, so I've completed that. I did get some money exchanged in there as well, and I also got a Thai SIM put in there for about 700 baht as well, so I have done that. So everything, so as soon as I roll out of here, I'm about to go get a Grab down here, which is basically like Uber for Thailand. So we're gonna go get an Uber, and then and that should be about all, I think. So once I find that spot, we'll do that, and then we're straight off to the hotel, which is not far from here. And then we'll just, I guess we'll take it day by day. It's about 1:30 here PM in the afternoon. Here we go, check this out. Maddest view ever. Look at that, mate. Hey? Right in the heart of Chiang Mai. There's going to be a lot of walking going on, but that's all good. That's why we're here. Everything's here, TV and stuff. Little bar fridge. You got little shower robes. And hang on. Don't know where the light switch is for that anyway, it doesn't matter. Oh yeah. There you go. Bath, shower. Sick. There we go. Alrighty, welcome to another video. I am literally in the heart of Chiang Mai. This is the northwestern, or the most northwestern corner of what makes up the district, the CBD of Chiang Mai. Chiang Mai was founded in 1296 along the Ping River, which is it's basically heads east from where I am now, and it just sort of goes over that last eastern district side. And the Ping River goes through about 658 kilometres along the eastern side of Chiang Mai, of the actual district here. Most of the West Bank, which is pretty much right behind me if I zoom around. So there we go. So that's the western side there. This other side that you can see behind me here, this is the northern side. It is extremely busy. There is traffic. It doesn't stop. It hasn't stopped since I've been here. Normally between 1:30 and 3 in the morning is the quietest time, and then after that it's just go, like every street, every alleyway. It's crazy. It really is. Chiang Mai was occupied by the Taungoo in 1556 and became the Thonburi or Thonburi kingdom in 1774. It sort of changed hands a few times between kings and different people just trying to sort of occupy, this part of Thailand. Most of the counterattacks by the Taungoo were led to Chiang Mai's abandonment between 1776 and 1791. But what the general idea for why I'm here in Chiang Mai is, we're just going to take a walk around. We're obviously going to do the temples. We're going to do some shopping. We're going to have a look at some street food. some restaurants, and just basically just have a good time. And I'm going to show you as much as I can on this video, because I tell you what, there is so much to do here. It is ridiculous. But anyway, let's jump into this video. I'm going to show you guys around Thailand. Okay, so that wall that you can see behind me here, this is part of what makes up the district of Chiang Mai. Originally, this wall, when it was built in the 13th century, was basically to just keep the Burmese out of this area. Most of the wall has sort of deteriorated over the time. In the actual district, there's about 127,000 people. There are 5 gates and 3 main entrances that make up each side to this square. The first one in the north is Chiang Mai, which means the elephant gate, white elephant gate. To the east is Ta Pei, which was basically the main entrance or boat entrance, because that was the closest to Ping River. To the south, there are 2 gates there. There is Sang-Pung Gate, and then there is the Chiang Mai Gate. And last, on the western side, is Suan Duck, which basically translates to the Flower Gate. So there were about 40,000 men that constructed this wall over the course of about 3 months. It wasn't really until 1939 that Thailand sort of changed its name, and it used to be called Siam, and it wasn't really up until 1939 that they actually changed their name. Since then, Thailand's basically become like a monarchy and holds political authority. They also are governed by a military as well, more so than the actual government. But that's the wall there. It's pretty cool. There are some nice entrances. Ta Pei's obviously probably the better one. There are a lot of pigeons there though. So there we go. Okay, so the hotel behind me, this is where I'm staying in Chiang Mai. This is the Orchard Hotel, which is on one of the main streets that sort of go into the CBD, and the shopping complexes and everything else is sort of up the other direction, but everything's fairly close. This building was built in 1981. It has 266 air-conditioned rooms, 10 floors. The top 2 floors are executive suites, which I couldn't afford because I'm on a budget here at the moment. But anyway, the hotel has a fitness gym, massage centre, coffee house, a function room which holds 555 people, a restaurant and a bar. This hotel basically represents the elegant charm of the Lana era. It has been host to kings, queens, princesses, also the Emperor of Japan, and also from Australia, or not from Australia, well, Princess Diana and Prince Charles stayed here, so Diana obviously is from Australia. But look, the place is close to the CBD, airport, and shops and everything like that, so it is pretty handy to have all that close by. I definitely recommend staying at the Orchard. Everyone's been really helpful, and the place is amazing. So alright, so this building that you can see behind me, this is the old Lotus Hotel and Shopping Complex. It is massive. I'm only on one side at the moment. It's heavily guarded. There are little points like you can see those little huts and entrances to like downstairs in the car park and stuff. So I definitely can't get in. It would be cool to have a look, but I can't do that. But this place shut down when COVID sort of hit Thailand, and it hasn't opened back up since. So I'll try to get as much footage as I can. It's pretty cool. It's huge. It's a massive place. Thailand's roughly about the size of like France or Spain. So to the west of Thailand is Burma. To the northeast is Laos, and then Cambodia is on the southwest corner of Thailand, and basically Vietnam is on the outside of Cambodia. So Chiang Mai sees about 3.9 million people come to their city during the peak tourist season. It has gone down from 5.6 million to 3.9, so it has decreased mainly from COVID, which is what I was explaining before about that shopping complex that is shut down. The little street that I backed back up onto and went to Niman over there used to be a thriving street, and it's completely dead all the way through. All the shops, houses, but basically there's nothing left in that area. The city, it's surrounded by like small villages, farming, craft shops, wood crafts, silk. They do a bit of silk here. It's full of like, you know, culture, food. A lot of diversity here. A lot of different cultures, religions that sort of make up Thailand itself. But I will go into the CBD, which is like the district area, and we will have a look through all the district. It is huge, it is massive, but that's alright. Alright, so I'm going to talk a little bit about the crime and stuff here while I'm just sort of walking along. So drug use and corruption make up the majority of the crime for Chiang Mai. Since 2003, the rate has decreased from 9.9 to 2.5, which is a big difference. Juvenile delinquency has increased a little bit. The homicide rate per 100,000 is about 1.84%, so pretty low. Theft, burglaries and robberies have gone up by about 10%. So most of the drugs that enter through and come into Thailand comes from the north, which is the borders of like Laos and Burma, as it's an area called the Golden Triangle, heavily associated with opium trade and that sort of stuff. Mostly like drug gangs and mules and that sort of stuff. Other crimes that is associated with Thailand is fraud, human trafficking, prostitution, sexual assault, money laundering is another one, firearms and corruption as well. But alrighty, so what we're doing is we're heading into the actual CBD, the district now. It's a little bit of a walk, but that's right. Alrighty, while we're walking along here on the footpath, see all these yellow lines and stuff? I'll just move across so you can see them a bit better. See how there's like bumps and lines and dots, and it's kind of central to the actual rest of the footpath. I didn't know this because I actually asked somebody what it is. It's for blind people, which is kind of a bit ironic here in Thailand, because I tell you what, most of these footpaths, you really got to pay attention to where you're walking. There's drops and cracks, and there's all sorts of obstacles like the whole way along. Not really much flat bits anywhere. Like you get to some places and it's just like the footpath almost non-existent. But yeah, I just wanted to chuck that in and explain like what those yellow bits are. That's pretty cool. Anyway, alright, so if you can't find any money exchange places, they do have these purple ATMs here that you can actually use. We'll just go like that. You want to pick English, obviously. Then it says the amount. We'll go 2,000 baht because we're going to be here for another week yet. Yes, we're happy with that. It'll tell you the conversion rates and stuff and what you're sort of spending. Yes, we're doing all that stuff because we need the money. There are money exchange places around. Some of them aren't open all the time, and in areas they are harder to find. So we'll do that. And it should ask me for another little request here shortly. Here we go. No, I don't want the slip, and I can just take my card. There we go, all done. So through a lot of this video, there's only going to be a little bit of me actually talking. Then I'm just sort of going to hit you with a whole heap of video, because I'm trying to push 300 hours into an hour of actual YouTube video, which is the whole magic of television, is I can do that. But yeah, I mean, there's so much to see and do here. I'm going to say a little bit of stuff, and then I'm going to show you guys, like, you know, a fair bit of what I've seen, just so you know what's going on. If you're walking around lots like I do, like I don't really tend to get tuk-tuks and stuff that very often, or much at all, Ubers or Grab or whatever they are. Make sure you're drinking a lot of water, because you will get to, it's very humid here. It's not so much the heat that gets you, it's the humidity, and you'll sweat that out. So you can stop at like those 7-Elevens. They're everywhere. They're not hard to find. They're almost every street. Coconut water is good. That's pretty much like a natural air conditioner for the body. But yeah. And generally just like change your socks as well. Like, you know, your feet get sweaty. Change your clothes, have showers at the hotel when you can. Just keep yourself clean so you don't get infections or anything. Alright, we're nearly sort of at where I need to be at the moment, so. Alright, so I've come just north up the road from the hotel here. This is pretty much just one of the most busiest intersections up this way. Straight across the road you can sort of see the Maya shopping complex. That's where I'm going to go into now. It's absolutely massive, so I'm going to go into there. As you can see how busy it is, and this is normal. This is just all day, every day like this. So we'll go into the shops and we'll have a look around there, I think. Obviously I can't go to every single shop here, there's heaps of shops. What I will do is I'll pick out a couple of food ones. There is Swenson's, which is a dessert place here, and I'll pick out some sort of more traditional stuff, and then when we're in the streets I'll go to like some street food and we'll get some street food as well. But yeah, there's so many shops in here, I'm not going to be able to cover half of what's actually here. It's huge, massive. Alrighty, here we go. Check this out. There we go. It's only a little one, I didn't want to fill up too much on it, but yeah. Not a bad menu from Swenson's. Alrighty, so I'm on the top of the Maya shopping centre at the moment. Most of those floors down there, it's a lot of it's for females. A lot of like clothes shopping and shoes and handbags and that sort of stuff. Apart from like the 4th floor, which was basically just a food court, and the 5th one, which had like all the games and cinemas and stuff. But I came up to the top here because I wanted to show you guys the view. This is sort of one of the higher points in Chiang Mai, well, out of buildings, I would say. So I'll pan around and I'll give you guys a sweep of what this view looks like. It's absolutely amazing. Alright, while we're on the subject of safety, something I should actually mention while I'm walking around at the moment is when you're crossing roads, make sure you look in every direction, like behind you, every little street or wherever you come to like an intersection or something. Look behind you before you cross, because 10 times out of 10 there's going to be a car or a bike, like a scooter or something right there. So definitely you need to pay attention while you're crossing the roads and stuff here. I guarantee that. Alright, so you can see that little blue sign there, that's Yarambarang, well, I can't pronounce it properly, it says Soi 3 on there. So Soi is basically just means street. Sometimes if you're looking for a certain street, it's a little bit hard, they won't actually have the name of the street, they'll just have, I'll zoom in a bit more, there you go, Soi. So Soi 3, that's the street that I'm sort of looking for right now, so I'm going to go down here. And then sort of head more into the actual district of Chiang Mai. Alright, so this is Nimen. This is a little suburb which is about northwest from the hotel from where I am right now. I'm just going to take a look around. There's a lot of like little coffee shops, massage, like all that. It's not so much like street vendors and that, it's more actual shops, but we'll take a look around and I'll just sort of show you what's in Nimen. While we're in Nimen, I'm going to go to this market called One Market. It's got like a food court and walk through a pavilion into like a square, I guess, garden square. But the shops go all the way around on the 2nd level. I'll take you through all the shops. Once you're in there, it's kind of like a maze. You're kind of locked into the actual shopping area until you actually get out. But I'll take you through that and you can have a look at all the different shops in there. how cool is that? Now we're going to go food, which is just down here, food court, so hell cheap too. Alright, that was one Niman market there. Heaps of cool little shops, and that food court, man, that's some of the best food that I've had since I've been here, and probably the most cheapest too. Like, and you know, I didn't have one dish. I had tried a few dishes there, I can guarantee that. But yeah, that was just another little place in Niman. So yeah, there's heaps of spots like this everywhere, like just little markets that you just sort of miss when you're in the, you know, the Grab or the taxi or whatever tuk going around. But there you go. Alrighty, that was a little look at Niman. You probably don't need to see like 100 massage places or 100 food shops and that, so it's just a quick walkthrough. But if you want to keep an eye on the weather while you're on holiday, especially here in Chiang Mai, because the weather can turn quite quickly, you can go to your Play Store and download the local weather app. It has heaps of cool features. Another one that it's got is like a gyro compass built into the app, so you can actually track like north and south or wherever you're sort of walking. But that'll sort of help you plan your days a little bit better. But yeah, that was just Niman. That's just another suburb anyway. Well, it wouldn't be Thailand without going to a cabaret show, so later on I'm going to go book a ticket, and then we're going to come back here to the wherever they have it, up here a bit more, and actually check out a cabaret show. It'll be fun. I've done one before when I was in Thailand, so yeah, look, you just got to do different stuff while you're down here. You know, you're in a different place, just try things, try all the food, try everything. Have a go. If you don't like it, doesn't matter. You go to the shop. That's it. Alright, we'll come back later and we'll check out this cabaret show. Alright, I just went to the cabaret show. I didn't actually realise you weren't allowed to take like video and photos inside. I kind of got shut down for that. So there's only that little bit of footage that I got in there. Looked absolutely amazing. There was like real traditional style dances. There was some like laser light stuff. It was actually really cool. Definitely, like, if you're in Thailand and you go to these cabaret shows, like, I definitely highly recommend it. It was absolutely amazing. So unfortunately, yeah, I didn't get the footage that I wanted to actually get in there, but yeah, nonetheless, like, it was so cool. Definitely do it.
I had a few things planned this morning. Might be a little bit hard to see, but all that fogginess that you're seeing there, it's actually pissing down with rain. Excuse the French. It's actually come down quite heavy at the moment. I had like another walk planned over on the eastern side of the district. I'm definitely not going to get to that today, but yeah, it's actually pretty heavy. It's a bit hard to see, but yeah.
Alright, there's heaps of little abandoned places around here in Chiang Mai, especially like you can see behind me. This is the old Sound Up little nightclub, pub, bar, or whatever it used to be. It doesn't look like it's been used for a long time, but also like all of this building behind me, that's all abandoned as well. Up there. So pretty cool. I like looking at everything, like, you know, it doesn't have to be shops and all that sort of stuff, temples and whatnot. Like I look around, look at cars, look at the graffiti on the walls, like the whole lot, like just looking at everything really. I think it's all pretty cool. So there you go. That was just one little alley that I just happened to look down and seen that old nightclub, so I just wanted to film that. Okay, so behind me you can sort of see there's a bit of a shrine there. These are typically all over Thailand. They do have them in like Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam as well, but they're more sort of traditional to Thailand. These little buildings, the shrines, are known as Siam.Come. They're just basically like a spirit house, like an offering house for spirits. They do also have a 3-day ghost festival called Northern, which is held in the Loei province. The Department of Religious Affairs reported that in 2021 that Thailand's population consists of 92.5% Buddhist, 5.4% Muslim, and 1.2% Christian. Most Buddhists incorporate the Hindu into their worship. Some other religious groups that are here in Thailand are the Confucius, the Hindus, Jews, Sikhs and Taoists. Majority of the Muslims are Malay immigrants from South Asia, China, Cambodia and Indonesia. The majority of Christians are ethnic Chinese, and most of them are actually Roman Catholics here. You will sort of see some other different temples and churches that are around. Sometimes with the offerings here, they will actually put some red Fanta there, and I kind of thought that was, when I first seen it, a little bit disrespectful, people just leaving drinks there, but that is part of the offerings. It is the significance of the Fanta or whatever the drink is not really there. It's more for the colour, which sort of represents animal sacrifice. But there you go. So that's these little shrine things here. I just sort of wanted to chuck that in, just so you sort of know a little bit about what they are if you haven't seen them or you don't know what they are anyway. Can I get song? Yeah. Song? Yeah. Cut. Alrighty, so I got some traditional, like bit hard to see, little fish balls in there with some seaweed, a little bit of sauce. There's some spring rolls there. I got some sauce with that as well, and then just a couple of bits of fried chicken pieces here. So we're gonna eat all that now. Alright, so while I'm having this feed here, if you guys want to have a look at some temples that I've been to, I'll eat this feed and you guys can check out some temples and then we'll get back to it. Alright, so as I was saying before about the Burmese back of the wall, about the Thai were trying to keep them out, I did pass a little Burmese shop just up here. I might go there for lunch and just see what they got, and we can talk about some other stuff while I'm having some lunch as well. So, but yeah, this Burmese place is just here at the moment. Alrighty, so while I enjoy some of this lovely Burmese food here, you guys can just have a look at the Yon Artesian Cafe that I'm at right now. This is pretty central to local Chiang Mai, which is only just probably 200 metres down the road anyway. But yeah, enjoy bits of the cafe. I'll give you guys a look. So right behind me you can see those statues, the three kings statues. That's the Three Kings Memorial here in the centre of Chiang Mai. Directly across the road right there, that white building that you can see, that is the old Chiang Mai Hall. This whole area is pretty significant to the centre of Chiang Mai. The Three Kings Memorial just represents the three kings that have founded Chiang Mai over the last, I think, 300 to 600 years, somewhere around there. There's a lot of history here, but also just behind the memorial, that building that you can see there, that is actually a museum. So I'm going to go into the museum. I'm going to have a little look around and take you guys in and show you and just see what's actually in the museum. I have no idea what's in there, but there's so many cool buildings and stuff, like just like that one, just everywhere, like every street, everywhere you go in Thailand, it's amazing. Like there's so much cool stuff to look at. This is my second time in the district itself, so I barely even covered, you know, half the streets here. But we'll go have a look at the museum and see what's inside, eh? Alright, so that was just a general look at the little museum they've got here in the centre of Chiang Mai. It costs about 90 baht, so that's about $4 Australian. They got two different levels there. Wasn't really allowed to do any filming in there. I didn't know there was no signs or anything like it just said, so I just sort of took a little bit of footage sneakily, just to show you guys what's in the inside of that. So while I've been walking around, I don't know if you guys have noticed it, but there are weed shops here. It is weed, like marijuana, is sold legally here in Thailand. And while I'm here, and people are going to be looking at this going, "Oh, don't put that on there," but it is legal. Like I've actually gone and bought some gummies, which I'll give you a look. So they're edible gummies. That's what I'm going to have a bit later on when I'm in the hotel room and just chill out for a bit. But yeah, look, it's sold all over. A lot of them don't sell gummies anymore, so it's a little bit harder if you don't actually smoke. Like myself, I don't smoke at all. But yeah, that's pretty much. I'm just gonna not go into any more of that while I'm in Thailand. That's you know, something I did. So there you go. I'm having fun. Who cares? So that white building that you can see behind me, they call it the Roman house now. It has actually been renovated. But this place behind me, this actually used to be the White Lion house. This is supposedly the most haunted house in Chiang Mai, in Thailand here. It was only a few years ago that it was still vacant. You could sort of go through and have a look, but obviously the caretaker or someone has bought it, and can't actually go in and have a look. I tried, but anyway, yeah, I just thought that was worth mentioning. We are looking at like different stuff here in Thailand, so alright, so this is the room that I'm in Thailand. I wasn't really going to get into like the paranormal sort of side of things at all. But there's been some pretty weird stuff going on in this room, like this. It's just I'm seeing things, and like it's just can you turn this on? Yeah, it's just a weird, I don't know, like I'm seeing and hearing, and I'm going to do a spirit talker app, and I'll chuck that on now. But basically, yeah, it wasn't really a paranormal video. This is just a normal vlog. So, yeah, I thought, why not chuck it in? Alright, so these buildings that you can see behind me, that one, there's one there and one there. I've been given access into this area. This is where they actually cremate the people for ceremonies and stuff like that. There's dogs everywhere here at the moment, but it's cool. I'll do like a little spirit talk just while I'm in here. But yeah, we'll go have a quick look at these buildings and stuff where they actually cremate the bodies. Alright, so this is pretty much where the bodies would be placed. they'd be placed on like something would be sitting here while the fire is underneath, and then obviously all that ash and everything you can see underneath, that's well, from the bodies. I think that's probably an older one. It looks a little bit run down. Alright, I'll do a little spirit talk and then I'll chuck it up on the screenshot for you guys to have a look at. Alright, there you guys go. That was a both look at like a little crematorium here. Just up the road there is actually a cemetery as well, but no, that's cool. I enjoy looking at stuff. Anything. Alrighty, that was Chiang Mai in Thailand, guys. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I was here for 2 weeks. I had an absolute ball. If you want, you can jump down now and hit subscribe, like, comment, and helps me out for my channel. I'm Jackson. This is K2 Paranormal. I very much appreciate you guys for watching my channel and supporting me with what I am doing. Vlogging is a little bit new, but I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun, so yeah. And catch you on the next one. Stay spooky and stay safe, guys. See you later. See ya.
I think it's called the